G'day mates, I'm John Olsen. Welcome to Next Stop from Australia's Sunshine State. Queensland is one of 6 states in Australia, and on this episode we'll focus on tropical North Queensland, one of 6 regions in the state. We'll cuddle with koalas and cairns, soar high above the world's oldest rainforest, and we'll explore the Great Barrier Reef just outside of charming Port Douglas. All this and more on Next Stop Queensland. The fun starts now. Australia is laden with beautiful creatures, and I'm not just talking about the humans. Today we get up close and personal at the Cairns Tropical Zoo. Koalas are so cute and so cuddly, but in most places in the world you actually can't cuddle them, but here, Jazz, we can.
You can, yes. One of the very unique opportunities that we allow our guests as they come to the zoo.
So she likes to be cuddled?
She does, yes. Do you want to have a go?
Of course.
All right. Good girl. All right, so it's really, really easy. It's basically like holding a baby that's got nails. There you go.
Oh yeah, she's sweet.
She is.
Feels like a little baby.
It does. Feels like a teddy bear with batteries.
She's precious.
She is.
Is it possible for me to take her home?
No, you wouldn't get far. I've got incredibly long legs.
You can't come to the zoo in Australia and not hang out with the kangaroos.
It is by far one of the most popular aspects of the zoo is coming to see these Aussie icons.
I didn't think they'd let us get this close.
They're incredibly friendly, very, very relaxed, just like the rest of us locals. They're pretty chilled out.
This bird kind of scares me. The cassowary, probably the most dangerous bird in the world, am I right?
Potentially, yeah. Basically they run at you, they can run up to about 60 kilometres an hour and they'll run at you and strike with either their chest and or their foot.
Now there's a baby around that we can actually kind of get close to?
Yeah, we can get close to him. He's not so much a baby anymore, more of a sub-adult, but we can still get quite close to him, yeah. Before we do go in there, I just wanted to let you know that we were in there before. He might be a little bit nervous, so if he does start to show any signs, we'll just jump straight out.
I'll just follow you.
Sure.
I don't know what those signs might be. It's kind of like getting in the swamp with the crocodile right now. Kind of what that's like. Here he comes.
You guys are alright, if you just stay there, he'll be okay.
No sudden moves. Our next zoo adventure, the crocodiles.
Throughout the world, guys, we have 23 species of crocodilian. Now here in Australia, guys, we are lucky enough to have 2 of those species. Those bumps along his back there basically help to break up the surface tension of the water, allowing these animals to be a mere 15-20 centimetres below the surface and move right up into position. Now you might see if we can get the big fella out for you today, guys, so you can have a bit of a better look at him. There we go. Look at that. What a lovely smile.
What a special day. Thank you, Jazz. This was awesome.
We do have one last surprise, one character who would love to have a cuddle with you.
Bring it on.
Come on over, Harani.
Hey! What an amazing hands-on experience here at the Cairns Tropical Zoo. Up next, we experience ShangriLa, visit the oldest rainforest in the world, and mix it up with a local chef. We're in the oldest rainforest in the world at the Daintree Discovery Center. Let's explore and learn.
What I'm going to do firstly is to try and give you some context as to where you are and what you're surrounded by. Within the Daintree lowlands there's several types or classification of rainforest, but the dominant classification is the forest that surrounds us here. And its official title is Complex Mesophyll Vine Forest. And each plant has to develop a strategy or a technique of getting from a dark place where they begin, which is generally the forest floor, up into a light place. For example, just out behind us here, we have what we call a scrambler. It's a climber, really. And you'll notice at the end of each of its leaves, it has a coil. And these coils attach to surrounding vegetation, providing sufficient structural support for that plant to continue its upward journey.
So I've noticed so far that nothing is actually touching the ground. We're above ground on everything.
Yes, yes. We've designed this aerial walkway. It was originally done in 3D photography in order to map the route through the forest to disturb as little vegetation as possible. And similar to the tower that we're going to be experiencing soon, all of this was brought in by hand and erected by hand. No cranes, no heavy duty equipment whatsoever.
This is amazing.
Yeah, slightly different perspective from up here. And even though it's a little bit overcast, at least me without any sunglasses or hats, I'm squinting. And that's the very reason why many plants aspire to come up here, because here the only thing that's going to interfere with the quality of light are clouds. So this literally is as good as it gets in terms of light regime.
This tree looks like it belongs in a grim novel. Very dark, very mysterious.
It certainly does. This really demonstrates how tenacious plants can be in this rainforest. And this is what we refer to as a strangler fig. Those hair-like structures become massive root structures that we can see here. And they become so large that they actually start strangling the host tree. If I was to go over there, I could step inside. It's hollow. And it's hollow all the way to directly above us here.
Chris, this was very informative, very fun. I learned a lot more than I thought. I mean, there's so much to learn here. You just barely touched the surface today, right?
There is. In 17 years, and I know about that much. But it is a special place.
Well, thank you for sharing your backyard with us. This was fantastic.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure. Tropical North Queensland is the only place in the world where two World Heritage Sites are side by side. You can dive the depths of the world's oldest barrier reef or soar high above the world's oldest tropical rainforest all in one day. You'll only find this incredibly rare opportunity right here in tropical North Queensland. We're staying at the ShangriLa Hotel in Cairns. The ShangriLa means paradise, and imagine paradise. Now I'm looking out here right now and I'm not really imagining. I think we're actually here in paradise, Sangha.
Well, down on the waterfront here, it has a prime position, and ShangriLa being a worldwide luxury brand, we're very fortunate to have all these worlds come together. But apart from the amazing views, the million-dollar views, the hotel itself, I think there's a real sense of arrival as you walk in. It's got really clean, classic lines and just really suits the tropics. The rooms themselves, they're large, they're fresh, they're contemporary. And of course, you saw the Horizon Club this afternoon, which is our sort of, the pinnacle of our rooms. And that's a standard with ShangriLa throughout the world. There has to be a private club floor.
I get a sense of a real international flavor here.
There is actually.
From all over the world.
I have to say, finding a local, which we did find today in the bushes.
We did find a local today. In fact, that is probably the most unique thing about this property that amazed me. You've got an amazing set of gardens. And let's meet Chris the gardener.
My name's Chris and I'm the gardener here at ShangriLa. I look after all the beautiful stuff that we have around us here. My favourites, got the lovely lipstick palm. I've got a lovely sexy pink lady. It's a heliconia. That is its name. It is called a sexy pink lady. We've also got some lovely Bismarckia palms. Big grey, structural, lovely. My dad, it's a family thing, comes down, green thumbs. Mum and dad were horticulturalists. I was the only son that went that direction and found I loved it.
So Sangha, I understand we have something very special for dinner tonight?
We do, and as we speak, I think our chef's coming out with it now.
Oh wow.
This is barramundi.
Barramundi?
Yes.
Freshly caught this morning.
It's quite fleshy and flaky, as you can see.
Oh, it's good. Sangha, thank you so much for having us here.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure to have Nick stop here. Thank you.
Great to be in paradise.
Great.
Cheers. Queensland has loads of food options. Tonight we go on the extreme side in downtown Cairns at A Toker. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the most unique restaurant segments that we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
It already started. You've already put kangaroo on the grill.
So we do a lot of native Australian food here. We're using lots of bush foods and a lot of native Australian animals as well.
What are you cooking for us tonight besides kangaroo?
We're going to do some wallaby as well, some crocodile wontons.
None of which I've had ever in my entire life.
Yeah.
Shrimp and...
Crocodile.
Shrimp and crocodile.
Yeah.
There you go. It looks good enough to eat.
Yeah. So this is wallaby.
And the wallaby.
Yeah. So we just put that with the kangaroo. We've had that on a menu for a while now. People seem to love it, so.
I really don't want to destroy the presentation, but...
Try it.
I'm going to try it.
If you're in Australia, you may as well have a crack at it.
Absolutely, that's why I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. All right, all you exotic food lovers, here we go. A little nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you. Start out with the crocodile. Here we go. Not bad, a little chewy. It's your basic kangaroo fillet. I expected it to be gamey. It's really not. And here we go with your basic wallaby. Here's to nothing. I don't even know how to describe this. It's not like anything I've ever had. I honestly am surprised at how ungamey and how actually good a lot of this stuff was. The kangaroo totally surprised me. The prawns were amazing. The crocodile was even good. I would highly recommend Ochre Restaurant on your next visit to Cairns. Coming up on Next Stop, one of the 7 wonders of the world and a beautiful property in charming Port Douglas. We've just arrived in charming Port Douglas and are being hosted by the Sheraton Mirage. Thanks to you, Lachlan.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
Before we talk about this gorgeous property, let's talk about the community of Port Douglas. You get a really special feel.
Community of Port Douglas, very nice, tight-knit community here in Port Douglas. Lots of people in tourism here. It's our passion, it's our lifeblood. So, you know, there's lots of great things to do in Port, lots of great people around, great restaurants. Go down to the pub, have a drink here, meet with the locals.
So let's talk about this property. The first thing that strikes me is something unique, which we always look for in our properties because we tour all over the world, your lagoons.
Lagoons.
Oh my.
Fantastic, 14 of them. Got a freshwater pool is the main pool. The remainder are saltwater, pumped in from the ocean. So very, very friendly, very environmentally friendly.
This is a massive property.
Huge.
I don't even know where to start.
We're 147 hectares of land. So main complex, villas, 18-hole golf course, cocktail by the pool, lie by the pool. That's great. There's a games room there, so there's lots of games and things to keep the teenagers happy. You've seen the beach is a little flat, so really easy to ride up to the Port Douglas shops.
I noticed that there's some families here, but I also noticed there's a lot of couples. It's very romantic.
That's right.
Romance is definitely alive
but there's
and well here.
lots of places around the resort where you can sneak away, nice quiet.
And by special request, you guys set up like private dinners
We
and private
do.
lunches right out on the lagoons.
We've got our keyhole, which is a little area over the lagoon. You can have a romantic dinner there or a nice light lunch. Great. And as the sun goes down, stars at night, perfect.
Queensland is Australia's second largest state, occupying about 22.5% of its land. Tropical North Queensland, one of its 6 regions, is about the size of California and Oregon put together, so we're talking impressively large. As our new mate Sheila informed us, its top 3 industries are tourism, sugarcane, and roundabouts. You'll also find that Australians have a wicked sense of humor, which we love. Today I get to check something off my bucket list. After a scenic boat tour from Port Douglas, we're smack dab in the middle of the world-famous Great Barrier Reef.
Alrighty guys, we're gonna go on this semi-submersible here. What it does, it takes you around the reef for about 25 minutes. See a lot of those bigger creatures out there, sharks, turtles. It's quite a more unique way of viewing the reef, that's for sure.
This is cool.
Yeah. Look, the Great Barrier Reef, you're actually looking at about 350,000 square kilometres.
There's hundreds of different types of fish, and I'm really impressed with these little, look like stick-like features.
They're called staghorn coral, the branchy ones. But the reason why they differ in colour, it comes down to an organism called zooxanthellae. There's just amazing colours in this reef. Sunlight does depend as well. What we tend to find when it comes to trying to figure out the names of these corals and fish is what they look like is what they're called.
What are these ones here?
These guys here are called scissor-tailed sergeant majors.
I'd call them zebrafish.
Zebrafish is another one. That's the more common name.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It is. I've been here for the last 2.5 years, and there's always still something new to see every day.
Oh yeah, you never see the same thing twice.
Oh, no way. Yeah, no, it's amazing. You can also see this swaying coral on our left here. Spaghetti coral.
Spaghetti coral. Yeah.
Spaghetti coral.
It looks like spaghetti.
Yeah, you can relate to that. It's one of our soft corals.
Luke, that was great. Thanks, mate.
Oh, mate, I'm glad you enjoyed it. No worries.
Who's up for some snorkeling? This guy. Let's snorkel the Great Barrier Reef. We've seen the reef from underneath the water, now it's time to get a bird's eye view. What a day, what a day. Here, you guys at Quicksilver have set the bar pretty high.
Certainly a pleasant place to work and a pleasant place to visit as well.
Oh my God, the Great Barrier Reef.
The reef itself made up of about 2,900 separate reefs, along with sand cays and islands, stretches to 1,500 miles along the Queensland coast.
It's spectacular. Great Barrier Reef is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and for good reason. Wow. Coming up, local Aboriginal culture, and I attempt to play the didgeridoo. I stress attempt. Music and culture go hand in hand, especially today at the Jabagai Aboriginal Cultural Park.
Well, we started 25 years ago in a little sleepy little village in Kuranda, and here we are 25 years later. The message is loud and clear. We want people to be educated about Australia, and we're more to Australia than just blonded surfboards, kangaroos and Vegemite. We've got a living culture here that's been going for countless generations, and we're very proud of that.
Today I'm going to learn how to throw a boomerang, I'm going to learn how to toss a spear.
Good, but what do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
A boomer gone?
No, we call it a stick.
A stick? That's good. Time to learn how to throw the boomerang. It seems rather simple, but I doubt it is. Zach, how do we do this?
So these are used for hunting pretty much. They're used for big flocks of birds, curving around, making tight circles. Alright, so we got the curved side. That's for the aerodynamics, and the flat side.
So you tilt it like this when you throw it, like that?
So on a tilt.
Okay.
So it'll catch the wind and push it back to you.
Okay. That did not work. Let's try it again.
So I'll try.
I need to go up.
Left for you.
right in front of Mike. That was fun, boomerang.
Yeah.
I like it. I kind of got the hang of it. So we're gonna learn how to throw the spear?
Yep.
What's the key?
Pretty much follow through, like a tennis serve.
I can do that. I can play tennis.
Easy.
So before we learn how to play the didgeridoo, let's talk a little bit about this. We saw this earlier in the performance. It's such a beautiful instrument, Colin.
First step is the vibration of your lips. Right. You're going to actually push up against your lip, so it's actually tight, so no hair is coming. There we go.
You know what? I think we'll let the master do it. Take it away, Colin. Thanks for tuning in to Next Stop Queensland. Tropical North Queensland is a huge place. We barely scratched the surface. We can't wait to come back and explore more. Cheers also to this episode's sponsors, Qantas Airlines, the ShangriLa Hotel in Cairns, and the Sheraton Mirage in Port Douglas. A special thanks to Tourism Queensland and all the wonderful people that help make this show so special. Cheers also to our show's title sponsors and good friends, Alaska Airlines and the Alaska Airlines Visa Signature Card. Next stop, where will we take you next? Make good memories, everybody. So Senga, I understand we get some barracuda tonight.
Wrong fish, I'm afraid.
I'm kidding.
He caught barracuda.
Oh, that was good.
Did you mean to do that now?
Yes, I did.
Oh, sorry.
Your reaction was great.